I hope I actually put the microphone at my mouth to talk. Hi, everybody. This is Jayhawk. This is WWE 2K24, and we are starting the WWE 2K24 Universe mode based off of May 1984 and beyond. And even though I don't have a microphone for him, unfortunately, but I am being joined by my son Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cut hi, everybody. I can't hear him. We're going to work on getting him a headcut. He can join me on the commentary and have some fun.
Can you tell him that I'm just watching?
Oh, yeah, well, I know everybody should know you're just watching, buddy. Anybody who's watched my stream in the past knows that we simulate the magic in the universe mode. Kind of let what happened happen. What we are going to do this time around, though, and as closely as we possibly can, based on who the creator director in the game are, is do the lineup as they actually happened. So, for whatever reason, the first couple of Championship Wrestling shows, it kind of weird with the enhancement on on, and most of them are simply not available. But we will do the best we can with what we got here. So here's our lineup for week number 1. It will be Rene Goulet against Iron Putski. That is a match that actually did happen. Got B. Brian Blair against Samu with the Wild Samoan. Sergeant Slaughter will take on the Duke of Dorchester, Pete Doherty. Dr. D. David Schultz take on Special Delivery Jones. And our main event will be a handicap match. The Iron Sheik against the Invaders. And you'll notice you see one-on-one TV single. For those two, but I did those after the fact. We are doing time limit, so 10 minutes for singles magic. I believe the handicap match I've got cut for 10 minutes as well. Tag team magic on the TV show will be 15. When we do the quote-unquote premium live event, which will be mostly Madison Square Garden and Spectrum show, those time limits will most likely double. If we have a televised title match, it will be a 30-minute time limit on television, 1 hour on the premium live event. And we are going to be doing one thing a little differently here. In real life, in May of 1984, the tag team champions were Adrian Adonis and Dick Murdoch. However, that match did not air until the latter part of the month of May, even though it was taped in April. So for the purposes of this scenario, Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas are still the WWF Tag Team Champions. And we will have the title match in week 3 of Championship Wrestling. Also, got to take a little bit of creative license to which week we're working with here. Some week had 5 Saturday, and WWE 2K24 only allowed for 4. So we're pretty a week off with the actual matches here and there. And I am going to attempt, and I say attempt, to play the audio of the Piper Pit segment that took place on this particular episode, because it's pretty important to what we're going to be doing here moving forward. And see if I can get that to play. I doubt that's going to work, but we will give it a shot. But let's go ahead and get started. Week number 1 of WWF Championship Wrestling, WWE 2K24.
I'm trying my best not to laugh.
You're trying not to laugh?
Yeah.
I didn't think anything was funny about that, but it's what it is. Start match. Controllers are unassigned. We are simulating. We're going through the PlayStation 5. No customized music. No any music you hear is just whatever got downloaded through the character. I think people didn't actually have any music anyway.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 236 pounds.
Yeah, you can't hear any of the music because of the headset. Rene Goulet, the number 1 Frenchman, making his way to the ring. Look at the one match on this broadcast here, which is based on May 12th, 1984 Championship Wrestling, that actually happened. And it was Ivan Putski winning the match with the Polish Hammer in 5 minutes and 11 seconds in that real-life matchup. So we will see how this one winds up going.
I told him to do a French accent.
You tried your best to do a French accent? Okay. Okay, you have to realize if I have the headphones on, it's going to be hard for me to hear you. I will do my best to listen to you. But.
The superstar, Irvin Perkins!
You know, I wish, especially when you've got Hall of Famers like Ivan Putski, that the ring announcer name would have the actual people's names in it. It's not Irvin Perkins, it's Ivan Putski. You would think at least with the Hall of Famers they'd get their name in. Hall of Famers and former champion, but. Here we are, WWF Championship Wrestling, getting ready to get started. If you are joining me on the stream live on Twitch, please join in the chat. It's a lot more fun. We've got that interaction going. And if you are watching the replay on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. Click on that link in the description to follow me on Twitch and get the notification when we go live. And we are underway again here. One fall, 10-minute time limit. Rene Goulet with the leg lariat right off the bat. So, for the most part, title matches, if somebody got a title shot in real life, they will get that title shot. If it's a case of where a title changed hands and the challenger gets the champion, then whoever the champion was might get that shot. I am going to keep track of win-loss records as well, so we can go ahead and throw... Yeah, potentially you win-loss record to determine title matches as well. Whoa! Ivan Putski moving out of the way of that high knee there. Gets Rene Goulet caught up in the tree. Whoa, I've not seen that in this game before. That's actually kind of neat. Yeah, I can see the number of viewers, Logan. I appreciate it. If I honestly get more than about 3 or 4 on a given day, I call that a good day. At least at this point, I'm hoping to grow that audience with this series. Big power slam by Ivan Putski. Okay, one fall at a 10-minute time limit. Our first match here in this weekend of the WWE 2K24 universe, May of 1984. Again, this is based off the May 12th, 1984 edition of WWF Championship Wrestling. Gut-wrench suplex there by Ivan Putski, and Putski got caught in there opening 30 seconds or so, but he had very much, ever since that miss in the corner, it had been all Ivan Putski. Right hand in the corner. Of course, Ivan Putski, WWE Hall of Famer. The father of Scott Putski, who was probably more talented and did not have as good a career. I'm sure that's not always the best wrestlers that become the most popular or the most successful. Putski was popular, though, man. A nice European uppercut there by Rene Goulet. Count of 2 there by Rene Goulet. Former WWF Tag Team Champion with the legendary Karl Gotch back in the 70s. Actually had a pretty successful tag team with Tony Gurria. Give the Wild Samoans a run for their money at Tag Team Champions back in the day. Rene Goulet in control here. Putski back in the corner, all forearm right to the small of the back. And now Goulet pulling that arm over that top turnbuckle. Nicely done. Well, what we got here? Putski. Oh! Putski blocked that foot, slammed Rene Goulet down face first. There's the whip over the top rope down to the arena floor. We do have a 10 count on the floor. Putski is going to go out after him. Okay, Putski might be looking for that count out. Oh, spinning back kick by Rene Goulet just knocked Putski down. But Rene Goulet wearing that white glove on his right hand. Known for the La Scorpion claw hold. I mean, Putski, of course, with that Polish hammer finisher, that running double axe handle. Goulet rolled Putski back into the ring, and he'd get back in the ring himself here. Count at 5. He's got plenty of time. Back in he goes. Oh, there's the boot to the face by Putski. There's the Irish whip into the rope. Catching him, power slam, coming back in. Nicely done. He got the leg hooked. Referee goes down for the cover. Only a count of 1. But give Goulet some credit here. And there's the power slam again for Ivan Putski and the win. In 4 minutes and 13 seconds.
Here is your winner.
So there's the kind of trivia question for you. Who won Jayhawk's first WWE 2K24 Universe match? Ivan Putski. That is never going to come up in any trivia contest ever. Okay, if anybody follows my TikTok, follow my TikTok WrestleMania Week, they call you. They are aware. Ivan Putski doing a little bit of the Kenny Omega there with the little finger gun. 2.5 stars. I'm going to resist making the Dave Meltzer Tokyo Dome joke. And we're going to have match number 2 here. B. Brian Blair taking on Wild Samoan Samu. And we're going to keep the roster as accurate as possible over the course of this as well, obviously. Might keep a few extra people on, just have some extra body.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 243 pounds.
B. Brian Blair on his way to the ring. He's in a Killer B garb because that's what I could find in the... What I could find as far as the... Creator Wrestlers went online, but I think it's before the Killer Bee Core thing. It's about a year or so off from that.
And his opponent, representing the Wild Samoans from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 250 pounds, the Samoan Samuel.
All right. Mike Rowe announcing him as the Samoan Samuel. Of course, he was Samula for a while here around this point, more commonly known as Samu. Very early in his career here, of course, he would go on to team with Fatu at the Samoan SWAT team and the Head Shrinker, holding tag team titles in several different promotions. Part of that team. But right here, he's been wrestling in this universe. He's been wrestling a year and a half. Been wrestling in the WWF for about a year. Came in as, well, yeah, technically you could call him a former tag team champion. He substituted for Kika when Kika was injured about a year ago before then, as one half of the champion. The first one I'm doing of this particular version, Logan. Yeah, I've done other WWE Universe before. I have streamed other WWE Universe before. Yeah, you and I started one the other day that we're actually playing. We put our creative character in, won the tag team titles in that one, but that's not what that's not what this one's about. Swing and a miss on that right hand there. Atomic drop by B. Brian Blair. Grab the headband, Camo. Don't know why you wrestle with a headband. Just an extra weapon for somebody to get a hold of. Do a reverse chin lock there, and a little headstand there. Marine Brian Blair getting some additional pressure on it. And again, one fall, 10-minute time limit. B. Brian Blair almost got his feet caught on the top rope on the far side, but did get dropped first on the other side, so... About 9 minutes left, exactly right. Slamming the arm down there. Going all right into the eye. Just breaking the eye right there. My gun got he's lucky he didn't get a guy gripped out of the skull right there.
That's true.
And now into a nerve hold here. Samu with the nerve holds, but nicely done. So go for the cover. Got him stunned on a nerve hold, which is kind of shocking, but only kind of one. The Brian Blair, the current president of the Cauliflower Alley Club. And currently I act a lifetime member of the Cauliflower Alley Club. I encourage you, if you're not a member, become a member. They help raise money for the down on luck wrestlers that maybe didn't have health insurance. Maybe need some additional assistance. That's when I go to Vegas, buddy. That's why I go for the Cauliflower Alley Club. Well, I go for the Cauliflower Alley Club. If there are wrestling shows, I try to go. I get the gambling, do the gambling and the free drink. Because what you do in Vegas.
I can't gamble.
Now you're too young to gamble. Too young to gamble and drink. You're exactly right. But I definitely recommend becoming a member of the Cauliflower Alley Club if you're not already. CauliflowerAlleyClub.org. And their annual reunion will be in August this year. I don't have the list of honorees in front of me. I know Sting's being honored this year. Jim Rock, they actually created the Jim Rock and Alker Award, and Jim Rock will be the first recipient of that this year. That's just among Samoan Spike. That might do it. 1, 2, 3. 3 minutes and 14 seconds. Samu probably called an upcut.
Here is your winner.
I think the minor upcut.
Is Samu a good or a bad guy?
You know what? That's a good question. Look, I know you probably can't hear him. My son just asked Samu a good guy or a bad guy. I would say a bad guy at this point, but looking right around the time that they turned the Samoan babyface, so that's a good question. I'm really not sure at this stage here. But we're going to go to match number 3. It is Sergeant Slaughter, American Hero, taking on the Duke of Dorchester, Pete Doherty.
I don't like the look of Pete Doherty.
Pete Doherty is simultaneously one of my favorite enhancement talents and one of my least favorite enhancement talents. Very entertaining in the ring, but they tried to make a heel commentator at one point, and he's awful like a commentator. Like, he was bad.
I don't like his face. I don't like how he's smiling. I don't like his face.
You don't like Pete Doherty's face? Of course, at this point here, I thought I hit the controller button and didn't. I know the start button wasn't coming up here. Of course, at this point, Sergeant Slaughter and the Iron Sheik are in the midst of their huge rivalry. We will definitely have some matches with those guys against each other. And we'll be doing some rivalry action type stuff with them to build up to that. What was that, buddy?
Most graphics in the game are kind of bad.
Whoever did the Sergeant Slaughter did a nice job here.
Yeah, there's some graphics in any part of the game can be bad. You never know.
Well, I've definitely seen worse graphic and wrestling games. I've seen worse graphic and wrestling games than WWE games. Well, you're too young to know this, Logan, but when the Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES, first came out, most of the wrestling games in there, Pro Wrestling for the NES is still one of the greatest wrestling games of all time. There's only like 6 characters in it. It takes maybe 20 minutes to go through the story mode, but it's just really fun. The WWE licensed games were trash. Like, they were god-awful. The first ever WWE video game was WrestleMania. Oh my god, what that game had. Here comes the Duke of Dorchester, Pete Doherty. Kind of a cult favorite, especially in the New England area. The rendering of him reminds me of somebody who's not a wrestler, and I can't quite place it. I don't know. You're not trying to body shape? Well, I mean, like a video game character. It doesn't really make any difference. The great thing about wrestling in the 80s for me was that not everybody looked like a bodybuilder. Well, at least in this portion of the 80s. By the late 80s, everybody looked like a bodybuilder, whether they wanted to or not.
I ain't a bodybuilder. I set off on a 6 blocks over there in Philly.
You did a lot of walking when we went to Philly, absolutely. Got a 2 count already here, like the first 15 seconds of the match. Flutter just talking to Pete Doherty up, throw him down. And now we're going to get a headbutt there by Carson Slaughter. This is one of those matches that, kick to the chest, that I would not expect to last very long. This game's really weird, though. I have seen accumulated matches in this thing that one match will go 15 minutes and the next one will go 30 seconds. So it's just really weird. A flying splash by Carson Slaughter. I don't think I ever saw him do that in real life. Certainly not often. Count of 2. That was almost it right there. We're only a minute in. I have seen time limit draw accumulated matches in the. They're not common, but they do happen. I've seen countouts happen a few times. Very rarely have I ever seen a disqualification. I think I've seen it once in like the last 5 years into 2K series. Like I very rarely do see the DQ. Okay, I don't have another mic for you, Logan. I will eventually get one, and you can join me on the commentary. That'll be fine. Oh, Pete Doherty there with a little thud press action, getting a little, biting him in the neck, I think.
Okay, is he a vampire?
I don't think he's a vampire, but in fairness, though, that actually was one of his biggest offensive weapons. He did a lot of biting, a lot of scratching, very little in the way of actual wrestling.
Wasn't that pretty Blackie's job?
That Freddie Blackie was the vampire. Very good. I have taught you well with Grasshopper. I know I told you before. Why can't I've taught you well? I wish there was more Freddie Blackie footage available. I've heard so many things, so many great stories about how great Freddie Blackie was. Not a lot of footage of him in his prime out there. Matter of fact, the biggest drawing Freddie Blackie match, he was already in 50. This one's just about over, I think. There's the Cobra Clutch.
Slaughter's definitely gonna win.
Yeah. This should do it. No, Slaughter's gonna break the hold. He's gonna relink it himself, not even Doherty breaking it. Then a stomp to the back after the pause. He could have won with a stomp to the back. Watch. He did. 3 minutes and 1 second. He went with a stomp. That was just a runaway. But that wasn't even close. Carson Slaughter, your winner. Definitely not an upset. Carson Slaughter is looking forward to some future matches with the Iron Sheik. Pardon?
Oh, you know, this stream can end early.
The stream might end early. If the stream ends early, the stream ends early. We got 2 matches to go here. I am going to attempt to play something on YouTube if it's there. See if that'll come up when I've got the headset off. I don't even know if that's going to work. Even if it does work, I don't know if YouTube is going to allow me to play it at that point, but we'll give it a shot.
I don't want you to get sued.
Let me see here. See if I can even find the one I'm looking for here. Okay, so the one I'm looking for is here. I don't know if this is going to work.
Can't you just...
Let me take the headphones off first. Okay, now I don't know if this is going to work or not. We're going to give this a shot here. But it's time for Piper's Pit.
People are funny. Not like, They got, you got people out there, if you can't teach, if you can't teach, manage, they don't believe something because they can't do it. I have here Mr. Lou Albino, the captain himself, the greatest manager of wrestlers, but not only that, has Supreme himself, the greatest rock and roll manager ever, with Cyndi Lauper here. I want to give you credit, and just for the skeptics, let's clear it up right now, Captain.
Roddy Piper, you're a brilliant strategist and a genius, but let me show you what I did for Cyndi USA today. Let's take a look at that.
USA.
Cyndi Lauper, it's USA. You've all heard of course, Life magazine.
This is Life
publication.
This is Life, man.
Let's take a look at the cover of Life magazine. Cyndi Lauper. We'll get inside now. See what the captain did for Cyndi. Here you go. Major magazine, Life magazine. All together. Perhaps you'd like to see Cyndi's album.
Did you make it?
Right on it. Made her number one. Took her from 70 to 60 to 50 to 40, 49 and a half down to a -1. Right back to number one.
Did you make it sexy?
Yes, I made it sexy. Oh, I did. You've heard of the music paper? Take a look at it. Captain Lou Albano once again rejecting the greatest size of 10 pound for pound in the world today. Now let's look at the record. Here she is again. All cover. Nothing but cover. Captain Lou Albano. Here you go. Take a look at it. This is what I did. You've heard of gold albums. Now let's get a look. Here we go. She's so unusual.
Just a second. For the folks, just out of the kindness of our hearts, let's go to another video that we have from Cyndi Lauper. Let's go for it. Time after time. Time after time.
I'm going to talk over the series or YouTube safety because I'm not going to go live music. And I don't remember taking her Piper and Albano after that. Well, Albano in this video as well. Cyndi Lauper loved putting Lou Albano.
Yeah, and one more.
This is right here, girls. Just
Peg principle.
Peg principle, politeness, etiquette, and grooming.
Tell me something. Do you think that you could bring Cyndi Lauper on my pit?
Why not, Roddy?
Okay, so keep an eye out on that story. Get the headphones back on here. No idea.
If it didn't, leave it in the comments.
If it didn't, it didn't. Well, figure it out. You'll figure it out. We got another matchup coming up here. 2 matches to go. Dr. David Schultz and Special Delivery Joan coming up right now. 1 fall, 10 minutes. And I'm actually going to check on something else while we are working on that.
So don't be surprised if he's not doing that much commentary.
The follower is scheduled for 1 fall, making his way to the ring from Memphis, Tennessee, weighing in at 269 pounds, Dr. D. David Schultz.
Dr. D. David Schultz in the ring right now. I'm going to try to play something else after this match. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm trying to build some stuff up here. Trying to actually get some storyline going as best we can. Okay, we're trying to simulate what really happened as much as possible.
Pacific Islands, weighing in at 260 pounds.
And here comes SD Special Delivery Joan. He was seemingly in the WWF forever. For those of you wondering, yes, we will most likely have SD Jones in WrestleMania 1 when we get to that point, which is not for quite a while. And I'm hoping to do pretty much 1 episode of this a day moving forward. Maybe sometimes 2, depending on the day.
Hopefully you can buy me a cheap headset.
Hopefully I can buy my kind of cheap headset so you can join us.
I want to stream one day.
1 fall with a 10-minute time limit here for this matchup. There's SD Jones getting caught with a couple of elbows. Dr. D. David Schultz. Of course, Dr. D. David Schultz had a big run in the Pacific Northwest, had a big run in the AWA prior to coming to the WWF. Only ended up in the WWF for about a year. Of course, the famous 2020 segment in December, where he clapped John Stockwell. You think that fake? Not gonna open hand slap. You think that fake? One of the great TV segments of all time. Okay, Dr. D Schultz with the working on the leg of FD Special Delivery Jones. FD Jones, a lot of people think of FD Jones as just a guy who lost on TV every week, but actually had a pretty successful career. Even in this era with winning matches on a somewhat regular basis. Oh, nice. Vitamin carry right into a forearm smash. Count of 5 already. They better be mindful of that count. Schultz gonna whip FD Jones into the guardrail and get back in the ring. We're at a count of 7. FD Jones needs to hurry to count at 8. Counting at 9. Referee slowed the count up on purpose. He didn't want to end on the count out either. And FD Jones comes in, catches Dr. D with a knee and gets a 2 count. Pardon? You're barely paying attention to the match. Hey, you do what you want to do. I'm not gonna question it. Suplex upcoming. Oh, Dr. D. David Schultz counter gets shot block to the back of the knee. And fifth right to the midsection, coming off the rope there. And a springboard forearm smash. Beautifully done by Dr. D. David Schultz. We're not too far away from that famous At Home with Dr. D. David Schultz segment that aired on TNT from airing in real life. No, we're not going to play that on the stream. Couple of stops to the back there. So, I can't to the back. Couple stumps to the midsection there. FD Jones firing himself up. And the face buster. Oh, nice little nip up there. Got him leaning up against the rope. And working on the arm. FD Jones holding his own so far in this match. On for the 10-minute time limit. We have less than 7 minutes remaining. Roundhouse kick there by FD Jones. FD Jones with that springboard forearm. We call Dr. D used that with great success earlier. FD Jones gets done, but he gets to his feet and gets caught in the clothesline. Another clothesline. Schultz goes for the boot. Nice leg boot there by FD Jones. He is on fire right now. Go for the cover again. 1, 2, and a count of 2. Schultz probably could have reached the rope there. Give him credit for wanting to kick out. Now there's the whip. And running forearm. Nicely done. Caught him with that. Coming back into... went for a dive there. Missed it. Clothesline there by Dr. D. David Schultz. Another clothesline. Hey, we called that sequence from FD Jones earlier as well. So, got some similar moves, got similar style, which is kind of surprising. It's been a back and forth matchup. It could very well come down to whoever gets the big move first. Yeah, this match was all Dr. D in the early going. It's been all FD for the last couple of minutes. Count of 2, all he can get. He hit the longest match of the night so far. FD Jones heading up. I'm not sure what he was going for. Dr. D countered him with the elbow. Yeah. Well, it looked like a belly-to-belly attempt there by FD Jones, but Dr. D breaks the eyes to counter that. Fury strike. Boots the fake and FD Jones over the top rope down to the floor. We have hit the 5-minute mark. 5 minutes remaining in the 10-minute time limit. And here comes Dr. D. Is he gonna try to pound? Doug, a flying side kick. That'll start the count again. If now Dr. D was not out of the ring, now he is. Leveled him with that forearm there. Oh, and a knee right to the face. Nicely done. And both men need to be mindful of the count. Dr. D, I think, we're actually going to try to connect D back into the ring, but FD counter that with an elbow. Whip Schultz across. I think he was trying to whip him into the stairs, did not quite connect. Kind of got Kevin. Dr. D should get back in here in time. There he is. He rolled back in. There's the whip. 4 minutes remain in the time limit. The other thing I like about having the time limit, you get a nice, it actually increases the drama a little bit there. Oh, Simon carrying that forearm smash. Could very well be a draw. We have to. Been a pretty even match. I've been pleasantly surprised at how even this has been. Oh, spear by Dr. D. David Schultz. Caught that one out of nowhere. That could do it. 2, 3. 6 minutes and 32 seconds. Dr. D. David Schultz is your winner.
Here is your winner, Dr. D. David Schultz.
Dr. D. David Schultz is your winner. You know, he's looking for championship gold here in the WWF, whether that is the Intercontinental Champion Tito Santana or whether that is the World Champion Hulk Hogan. I don't see David Schultz being the kind of guy to have a lot of tag team partners. Right now, if this works, let's go to Mean Gene Okerlund with Dr. D. David Schultz.
Big man who has met with a great deal of success lately in the World Wrestling Federation. The tag team, Dr. David Schultz, that you have utilized have been highly questionable by promoters and fans alike. What are you talking about? Well, the second rope is driving an elbow into us. What do you want me to do? Won't you shoot them in the lip? You're supposed to be this, baby. You're supposed to be tough. You're supposed to be able to take the punishment somebody like myself thinking out. You cry. You want to write letters. You go somewhere else. Because there ain't room in the WWF for crybabies. Wait a minute. Dr. David Schultz. Does Dr. D go from here? What are your goals? What are your objectives? Let me take you first. They're the finest women in the world. You know what I'm talking about? I get the finest power. I lived in the American hotels with you right there with no nothing about it. Because it costs more. Here you are. With no nothing about it. Because it costs more one night. And most of you people make it a week. I can afford it. I got it. Except one thing. Get the worms around my waist. Wait a minute. And I'm never done. I don't care who I gotta walk over. Who I gotta hurt. Or I gotta climb on that turnbuckle and come off with that elbow. And I don't believe there's a man living that can get up from it off the top rope. You hear what I'm saying? I hear you loud and clear. You're going to have to go through the best. Because the world's heavyweight champion is... I already went from the best. And I'm looking for the rest. And I think there's nobody that wants to fight. I thank you. You got a bunch of yellow-bellied cowards running around. Acting like toy soldiers. Government or something. How are you going to fight? We're out of time. The World Wrestling Federation.
Dr. D. David Schultz, hopefully you heard that. He won Hulk Hogan. He won the world title. We will see how that winds up going. We got a main event. You want to go to our main event? We're going to main event anyway, whether you want to go or not. I don't care. It's like a handicap match. The Iron Sheik taking on the Invader. I believe I have the cut for a 10-minute time limit. I might have cut it for 15. We'll find out shortly. We are not going to see much of the Invader here. They're going to be around for a couple months, maybe. I want to say they're gone by the end of June.
The following contest is a handicap match. Making his way to the ring from Tehran, Iran.
Looked like June
weighing in
84.
at 258 pounds, the Iron Sheik.
This was not a real match. This was the real life match with the Iron Sheik against Lee Wan and Victor Mercado. Yeah, there's no way Lee Wan and Victor Mercado are in the or have been created by anybody. Like I'd even try to look for them. Although if I come fluke, you know of a Lee Wan creator wrestler, point me in the right direction.
The Iron Sheik looks similar to Samu.
The Iron Sheik looks similar to who?
Samu.
Samu.
And their opponents first from
I didn't see that, but
weighing in at
did I not create the Invaders and tag team? Why are they coming out separate?
Invader 1.
Okay, I must not have kept that up like a team. That weird. Okay.
Well, too late.
Again, they're not around very long anyway, so it doesn't really make any difference. Again, we're trying to keep the roster as accurate as possible, the batches as accurate as possible. The nature of a stream like this, I do have injury turned on. Injury could prevent people from being available to work. The game could randomly have people turn against each other, and then we have to pivot. And here is Invader number 3, who would be Invader number 2 in the WWF, who,
46 pounds.
you know, the first match director I ever knew the real identity of was Invader number 3. Yeah, Gorilla Monsoon, who on commentary would flip and call him Johnny Rivera. Yeah, to this day I don't think Gorilla ever realized he actually did that. He did it like a lot, but
So the Pat McGaffey pack is probably going to be terrible. The Pat McGaffey pack is probably going to be terrible.
yeah, we will not speak of the Pat McAfee pack. We still got some time before that comes out. I forget what they're calling the pack that comes out later this week, though. Got Honky Tonk Man and... So there's a DLC pack coming out later this week. I want to say Wednesday. That's due out. Iron Sheik, former World Wrestling Federation champion. They get a 10-minute time limit, okay. Former World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion defeated the Bob Backlund on December 20, 1983 at Madison Square Garden, losing the title just 4 weeks later, January 23rd, 1984 to Hulk Hogan. The match is credited for starting the big wrestling boom, even though 1983 was actually a more popular year nationwide for professional wrestling. One fall match. The Iron Sheik only has to beat one of the Invaders, does not matter which one. But yet, if Iron Sheik gets pinned, he loses. Invader number 1 wearing the black and gold. What's that, buddy? There have been handicap matches where you've had to beat both people before. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of handicap matches on tape of Andre the Giant actually pitting 2 or 3 people at the same time.
Well, it makes sense. He's a big guy.
Yeah, he's a big guy, absolutely. Yeah, that happened a lot. Yeah, we got Andre the Giant figure over there. We're not on camera, so showing the Andre the Giant figure is not going to do any good. I do have the Andre the Giant WrestleMania 3 figure in the cart. Love that figure. Got the Macho Man Randy Savage one too. Savage is still in the package, although the package is a little bit beat up, but the package for the Andre got destroyed. I couldn't salvage that package, but I took him out of the box at that point. Invader number 3 is now in the ring. Invader number 3 wearing the blue tight. And he just caught an exploder suplex on the Iron Sheik. Nicely done. I fully expect the Invaders to win this match because it's 2-on-1. That's not a knock on Sheik at all. It's just a 2-on-1. So we got Sheik got the advantage right now. Boot to the fake again.
Rolling around in the ring and fighting.
Okay, I assume you could not hear my son there, but he stole a line from me, and I love him for it. I don't understand how they're a homophobic wrestling fan, because we all grew up watching half-naked men roll around. For those of you wondering, my son is 10.
And 10 is what we're trying to make the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I made my point you ran with it. I appreciate it. Yeah, Sheik definitely holding it going against both people here. One thing I do like about how 2K24 worked this year that was different from past year. Used to be tag team matching would go on forever. The illegal man would keep coming in and make a save. You get one this year. After your first save, you cannot get back in the ring without a tag. The game will not allow it. So tag matches do still tend to go on a little bit longer than maybe they should sometimes, but Invader number 1 back in. Iron Sheik chopping him. Again, I fully expect Sheik to lose the match, but the fact that he is doing this well, very impressive at this point. Of course, Iron Sheik and Carson Slaughter involved in that bit of rivalry. We will have some matches with them against each other moving forward here. We've actually got an announcement to make right now. We'll be in Madison Square Garden a week from Sunday in game universe time. It'll be the May 21st episode. Be May 21st of 1984 at the real life date. We've got a main event to announce for that day. You ready for this?
What?
Dr. D. David Schultz, who we called earlier on, who issued the challenge to Hulk Hogan. He's going to get that shot at Madison Square Garden. Hulk Hogan, Dr. D. David Schultz for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Carson Slaughter and the Iron Sheik will meet one-on-one on that event as well. It'll be 11 big matches on that show. It's going to be a long show. Realistically, 2 hours, give or take. Ideally, the TV shows like this will go about an hour. Where are we at right now, actually? We're... wrong button. Wrong button. Wrong button. I was trying to see how long the stream was, and I hit the wrong button. 48 minutes. But yeah, I figure about an hour for the TV. Somewhere anywhere between an hour and a half and 2.5 hours for the major show, depending on how many matches there are and what the lineups are. 5 minutes have gone by. Invader number 1 with the cover. Got the pin. So 5:07 the time. Invader number 1 pinned the Iron Sheik, but Iron Sheik going 5 minutes by himself. Okay, we can play that in a little bit here. I don't think we're gonna stream any of that, but you and I will play. Invader number 1 pinning the Iron Sheik. The Invader get the win. That could potentially move him into the line for a future tag team title shot. We'll see. Again, I'm not going to double check how exactly when they were done with the WWF, but
I bet he was hoping that the stream would end a little later.
Well, it's fine. I'm not worried about how long the streams go. Okay, there will be some time where I just move on to the next week and not even worry about it. I'm half tempted to do it, actually. It's been fun, but what time it could actually... I want to be... we'd be cutting a little close. I want to be done by 8 o'clock. I want to watch a hockey game.
I thought you want to... don't you also want to watch Raw?
Yeah. No, I'm not going to watch Raw up at Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final trumps Monday Night Raw. I'll flip in a commercial probably and kind of keep up with it. But let's go ahead and go over the result real quick. It was Ivan Putski defeating Rene Goulet, 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Samu with a mild upset defeating B. Brian Blair, 3 minutes and 14 seconds. The shortest match of the night, Garson Slaughter with the victory over the Duke of Dorchester, Pete Doherty. I figured it out. Pete Doherty looked like one of the cavemen from the Geico commercial, the way they've got that done. See the groove from the way the groove from the forehead, the facial expression.
This is just the face. Just the face.
It's just the fake. You look like one of the cavemen from the Geico commercial. I just caught that. We had Dr. D, David Schultz over FD Joke in the longest match of the night, 6 minutes and 33 seconds. And then the main event, the Invaders defeating the Iron Sheik in the handicap match in 5:07. And of course, we had the Piper Pit with Roddy Piper asking Lou Albano, can you bring Cyndi Lauper onto the pit? We'll have to see if that ends up happening in future episodes. For right now, everybody, thank you for joining us. We will be back, most likely tomorrow with the next episode. I got somebody who gets excited. He wants to be part of it again. No.
I just went with my own headset.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do about a headset for you. Probably not by tomorrow, but we're kicking there. I think Dollar General got like $15 headsets. Maybe when I get paid again, I'll grab one.
Yeah.
Okay. But for right now, everybody stay safe. Support professional wrestling, especially your local independent wrestling. Follow me if you're not already. Hit like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. I will catch you next time around.